Hey, hi guys, this is Palak Gandhi. So, how are you all? Hope you all are going very well. Okay, so today we'll start with very interesting subject called as law. Today we'll just have a look at how you guys know law very well since they're studying from 11th standard. Let me know that how has law been started? Any idea, guys? How has law been started? I'm sure everyone there must be answering laws what just writing on paper recording so that the future people should have a record on it or should know what has been happened in past, right? This is all, I mean, this is what you guys have must have been thinking of, but it's not like that. It has a very big history. I'll be just teaching you or just saying you history in short. Those who are interested in hearing the history in detail, they should join their pendrive lecture, my pendrive lecture. You can contact me personally to my number and purchase my pendrive classes also. Okay. So they will start with first with history and then just a gist of my chapters. First chapter will be started. Before that, we'll be just going through the history of law. History of law. I'll just, not read each and every word. I'll just tell you in short what the picture depicts here. The picture says that from the very first time they have not started writing things. They have been drawing things on the wall and showing to the people that this is how the life was at that time. So that we will come to know. See, in the picture, it's been shown that there are some people who are floating, and there are some a king and a queen sitting, and there are some armies. So this is how the process used to go on, right? We move further. We move further to the 30th century BC, where the ancient Egyptians had set some codes on social equality and impartiality. So here the concept starts from the codes, how they have been depicting from walls, drawing on walls to codes. Then from initiating or developing from the oldest code to the modern code. Then to drawing or inscripting something on the stones. That is the first part, as it's called as laws of Hammurabi inscription. Hammurabi inscription is the first such inscription made. It's a evolution of law, where from codes he has done a paradigm shift from codes to Hammurabi inscriptions. So the previously it is just to curve कि ऐसे ही एक king था, ऐसे कोई queen को ऐसे just to show pictures every time. It's not possible to do all these things. Inscripting takes very long time. Okay, this after that, of course, there was a development in the type of inscription also done. So from the easy inscription to the difficult ones, it is very difficult to again inscript all these things all together. So on 11th century AD, they started innovating. The easiest thing is what, writing things, recording in a book, and then so that the after the future generations would read them, would understand them, would know them, what the things that happened in past. So the first thing, the first time it was invented by England, and thereafter 12th, 13th, 16th centuries started different laws, different things. And the first law university was in University of Bagodara Law School. Now we have n number of universities for law having the best law studies, be it India, be it global, be it anywhere. This is how the law is developed from the BC era to the AD in present 21st century era. Okay, so this is gist of the law I have shared you. Okay, so don't have that myth that पहले से ही हम law ऐसे मतलब थियोरी में ही पढ़ते थे। पहले तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ करता था, अभी थोड़ा बहुत बोरिंग है, बट आई एम श्योर आफ्टर लर्निंग फ्रॉम मी यू वोंट हैव सच टाइप ऑफ बोरिंग फीलिंग इन यू। Okay, so we'll start with the second, we'll start with the main part of our subject. Is the first chapter of law, that's corporate and business law, जो globally हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं। ये जो कोर्स है वो भी globally accepted है, और जो हम लॉ पढ़ रहे हैं वो भी globally ही हम लोग पढ़ेंगे from the global level. First chapter is business, political and legal system. ठीक है, फर्स्ट वाला कंसेप्ट ऑफ ग्लोबल लॉ। ग्लोबल लॉ का मतलब होता क्या है? There are some model international laws that regulate the relationship of sovereign states and their rights and duties with respect to each other. ठीक है, बहुत सारे ऐसे अलग अलग इंटरनेशनल लॉज है जो रेगुलेट करते हैं क्या? रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सॉवरेन स्टेट. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय सॉवरेन स्टेट्स? Such type of states where they have their own government, where the government is elected by the public. How we do? We elect, we have the voting rights to elect our own Congress party or own BJP party. That is why there are public votes on it. ठीक है, तो उसके हिसाब से ही लॉ, पूरा लॉ बनता है. Now there are two types of laws. One is model laws and one is exemplar national laws. Model international laws are uniform laws. The law which we accept, the law which other countries all accepts. The simple law is what, when you earn something, you have to pay something to the government. It is called a simple uniform law, which is accepted all over globally. There are some exceptions where there are no taxes also. Leaving those exception countries, there are all the countries where a public or where a person has to pay something when he or she earns in excess to the government. Exemplar national laws is appropriate modern laws. Modern laws, appropriate modern laws मतलब ऐसे specific laws जो सिर्फ इंडिया को अप्लाई होता है, जो सिर्फ इंग्लैंड को अप्लाई होता है. जीएसटी सिर्फ इंडिया को अप्लाई होता है. यूएसए वैट सिर्फ सॉरी वैट सिर्फ उसको ही अप्लाई होता है. ठीक है, modern laws that have been developed by international bodies and which have adopted by various countries that nations may interact with one another. और जो मॉडल लॉज ऑब्वियसली अगर यूनिफॉर्म लॉज रहेंगे तो सीधी चीज है, हम दोनों में ट्रेड भी कितनी इजी तरह से हो सकता है. इट्स वेरी इजी टू ट्रेड बिटवीन टू कंट्रीज हैविंग यूनिफॉर्म लॉज. ओके, जस्ट गिव मी 2 seconds, I'll be back. Yeah, we'll resume. So we were here. We were here on the second slide. 3 key legal system: common law, civil law, Sharia law. Common law, we'll start with common law first. Common law is such type of law where we have been making laws from the past case laws. The perfect example I would like to give is Satyam corporate scam. Big scam where there are many such, fraud committed on the balance sheet. Fraud of 1.86 crores made on the balance sheet, and because of the corporate scam, because of this such a big huge corporate scam, there is a different law implemented in Companies Law 2013 called as Insolvency Bankruptcy Code, where it says अगर ऐसे कुछ फ्यूचर में होता है तो उसके पहले क्या क्या सिम्टम्स होते हैं एक मैनेजमेंट के, क्या क्या चीजें होती है कि अगर स्कैम होने वाला है तो व्हाट हैज टू बी ओवरस्टेटेड, व्हाट इज अंडरस्टेटेड, व्हाट इज ओवरस्टेटेड, एवरीथिंग इज mentioned in that code and insolvency bankruptcy code. Okay, so this thing was first adopted by England, and then following England, India, Australia, Bangladesh, Canada, all have been accepted. All countries are accepting common law. We move further with civil laws. Civil laws are not such type of law where we have learned from any case laws. Case laws such a type of thing कि we are learning something कि ये चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए इसलिए हमको ये बनाना है. यहाँ पे हमको ऑलरेडी पता है ये चीज होने ही वाली है तो पहले से हम लोग बना ही देते हैं. What we do is beforehand only we make laws that we have an idea कि अगर ये चीज होने वाली है, why not make a law that we can avoid those things? So codified statutes, ordinance, origin developed in continental Europe. The first thing, the first country to adopt those was France, Germany, China, Japan, etc. Like contract laws, goods, property law, commercial law, these type of laws. That's the type of laws where the country has actually, written those laws. The country has actually written those laws before any case laws is happened. That from the origin, it has written those laws that we can avoid any scam or fraud to protect a country from any big or huge losses. So South Africa's combination of both. I can say India is a combination only of common law till now. India is not a combination of civil law or a combination of civil and common. India just follows common law. Proceed with Sharia law. Different from both common and civil law. Legal system based on region of Islam. It's pretty different from civil and common law. बहुत ही अलग है. इसके जो rules, ethics जो usually कुरान और सुन्ना में लिखे जाते हैं, so it's pretty different from any other law. You must have heard Iraq, Iran following these types of laws, Afghanistan, Pakistan. So they follow ethics of Quran and Sunnah. Okay. I would just finish till mixed economy and then my demo gets over. Anyone interested can, of course, call me, can contact me. Okay. The effect of economics and political on legal system. Each of these different areas are not, each of these different areas are not same in any extent, and due to this nation, legal system vary. Differences in these will create problem for international laws. So ये जो एरियाज हमको दिखा देती है, इकोनॉमिक्स, पॉलिटिकल, लीगल, तीनों भी अलग एरियाज है. ये तीन एरिया में कुछ डिफरेंसेस है. If there are differences in these three areas, that can lead a problem to very big level. It's international level. Okay. First thing is economic system. What is economic system? What to produce? What should we produce in a country? Is it rice, in which we have expertise? India is expertise in it is called an agricultural country. Is it, we can talk about if it's Dubai, if it's gold mines, how to produce. If we are an agricultural country, how should we produce from the ground? Is it from a fertile land or from or having an improvement in fertile land, building some other things on infertile land, or producing only things on the fertile land itself, or how? What the process goes? How does it go? Who to produce for it? The production is done from the which crowd? How it will proceed further? Is it for it? Is it that we'll export things? Is it that we'll consume and we'll earn? How it will go? We proceed further. Each individual is involved in economics, either in providing salary. If we are businessmen, we can provide salary, wages, or getting same for himself and his family. And if we are well qualified, of course, we'll work for someone, right? On a wilder scale, government are involved in a whole country. Of course, if the economic is very big and the economic issues are very big, government itself is involved. I would like to say something. As I said in this point, that if you are well qualified, we'll get a good salary. Of course, that doesn't mean if you're well qualified, we are not supposed to make our own business, not supposed to build our own empire. Of course, we can do that. Of course, we can build our own empire, but for hiring someone, we need to be on his or her place first. So I request all those on those side first work for someone and then make an own empire, so that we can come to know how the process takes, how there's a difficulty, how the struggle goes from the scratch to the origin, to the destination. Sorry, we'll always work in a good company, and that's that in our own business in an expertise level. Okay, all the best, all of you from there on that side who's going to start their own business. But before that, work somewhere that you can get wholesome or handful of some experiences of life. of work, of life, everything. Okay, we proceed further. Three types of economic system is planned, market, and mixed. It's a type of economy exists where decisions and choices about resources allocation are made by government. Planned resource में ऐसे होता है usually that everything is set by government. What goods should be produced, what resources are used, how the price will be set, everything is done by the government itself. Nothing is dependent on the market forces, nothing is dependent on the public, everything is done by government. Okay. Market, of course, the word itself specifies market forces पे पूरा market depend करता है. If it's about demand and supply, if it's all about demand and supply. So how does it the process goes? Your question in the mind, some skeptical minds out there must be thinking, ma'am didn't clarify anything about market forces. Market forces says in a market where there is more demand of mangoes now, so we should sell only mangoes. We can't sell apples and pears out there. Those are called as mangoes. And for the goods, the demand, we should have good supply also. That's called as good market demand and supply. Okay. A market economy exists where decisions and choices about sources and its allocation are left to market forces and demand and supply working for market or working of the price mechanism. Now move further to mixed economy, combination of both, जहाँ पे government decision लेगा, market forces के हिसाब से भी जाएगा. India is one of it, which is mixed economy. Okay. I would like to request all of you all out there who are really interested to join my classes. Please note down my number. It's 8806079708. Contact me personally and let me know what are your requirements. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you. Have a good day. Bye. All the best for your bright future. God bless you. Bye.